much the point here is that it's actually pretty good to control the high ground, right? And so Namor is a bit better at fighting for that high ground because you are going to be able to use the bubble. You can also fight really effectively with the flanks. Well, Destroyed has been hit by 3 different pieces of damage at once and falls over. And now LG got to back.
Absolutely destroyed. Yeah, just going to get picked apart there off the rip, and that's going to be a very nice early cap at the side of Virtus.pro, starting things off hot. Clearly, even though, you know, they've been sitting back watching Luminosity, maybe coming this a little bit colder, they're still fired up.
It's the Eldritch Monument, by the way. That's the name of this point. It's Eldritch Monument. Just remember that. Keep that in your brain. Because of the big monument in the center. It's Destroyed now, making it back. Virtus.pro with the first cap. And you notice here, again, something that we point out a lot, especially at the high level, is how our team's fighting for flanks. As you see that there's just going to be Naga just like trying to fight, trying to push. Having to use the cooldown really. That blessing of the deep going to back on up.
He's still very low.
All the pressure.
Yeah, a little bit more healing does come through. Naga going to be kept alive here for the time being. Does have a slight little lead on Sparker towards that horn. As he's joined by Richard, just trying to push up around the flanks here, but still, contest on the point itself, not quite coming through just yet from the side of Luminosity. So Virtus.pro continue to be moving forward. Is Trust Me going to be taken down. Finzi just able to come away with that one. Richard now at risk as it's Naga once again down to 38. The chase coming in as he goes up and over the top. Some heals here from the Lunar Snow just to try to keep him sustained as they backpedal. Destroyed will be able to find one as Fi is going to be taken down, but still, Luminosity shoved so far away from this point as Virtus.pro now crest past 60%.
And the ult banks here too. I mean, there's going to be 5-6 ults for both teams coming up very soon. 70% about the crest for Virtus.pro. I mean, they're just, and you see the setup here too. You have the walls, so they can navigate to the high ground, up and down with Nemex's walls there. Just anchoring the point is now LG trying to make the move, trying to make some space. They're going to be watching for the flanks as well, if someone to win. But Destroyed already down, but going to trade with 5, so there's still a chance.
Ooh, Richard narrowly escaping over into the field from Crook to try to keep him alive. Trust Me once again getting taken low, getting taken down. Finzi finding that elimination before the prison can really come into play at all. 6 ultimates available here for the side of Virtus.pro. 10% remaining. Final fight. Luminosity still down 2 players as Richard.
Are any ults going to be used to kill
screen? I don't know. Where's Richard at? Man is just almost dead somewhere off screen.
There's about to be 6 ults for both teams. No ults.
No ults. It's an ultless round, and it's 100-0.
Are just, you know, gang for right now.
Look at the UI.
Disgusting. There's so many lightning bolts. But look at that. Nevix top damage. I think Nevix Groot is just such a great cam to be on because it shows how VP always has the early advantage in these fights. Positionally, they're just outplaying Luminosity in the Vanguards.
Okay, well, here we go. We're about to have just 12 ultimates available across both teams. I think that it's probably worth saying if you have any photosensitivity issues, you might want to look away here soon because I think things are going to get crazy as the neutral fighting can begin. Nevic's going to be eating a little bit of damage here. Some split attention on that high ground coming through, just trying a little way at the Groot is, and Trust Me, getting juggled nearly out of position, but is able to reconnecting with the rest of the team.
And Jake made such a good point there when we brought him in there too, is about this Vanguard positioning from Nevix and from Finzi. They kept that pressure very early onto Trust Me, just making sure that they had to commit something very early to just try to, there's strengthening prison. Can they bring anyone through with the Hornet Proteus? The answer is yes.
Yeah, they absolutely can. They also had some additional damage there as Spy was taken to the skies that got us to death, just raining down from above. So that in conjunction with the root, with the horn, and the kills start flying. Fi able to find one there on the back end. A little stagger on is destroyed. Luminosity trying to reset and go again. Just the Fate used there from Fate, as they still have 5 ultimates to try to utilize here to gain control of this point. Luminosity going to be looking for their first percentages so far here on Hell's Heaven.
And that's the win condition right now, is that they didn't use a lot of ults. They used less ults in Virtus.pro. However, they don't know. They don't know that there is a Fi behind them. They're not a spy, but a Fi. Oh, they figured it out, actually. Destroyed.
Okay,
so they're down 1, and they do have the ult advantage here, so this is their moment. This is their time to just make some space, try to make something happen.
We're going to be looking for the combo here in all likelihood off the back of Trust Me and Naga. Looking for the setup. Now it's destroyed. Up into the skies, got it to death, going to be coming through. The bulls out there from Tridro to try to keep everybody alive. Horn gets used. Valiant not going to be found quite just yet. And Five's going to be coming back here on a Spider-Man.
Now that is pretty interesting.
Yeah, can dive in on top of him. We'll have to see how this one does fare for him, but it's not something that we've been seeing too frequently outside of last-ditch touch efforts for the most part. But we'll see how it does fare as the fight goes on. Rojaro, Meteor M, going to be lobbed down. Kill not quite going to be found, but it looks like maybe some setup damage there as Fate's able to play off the back of the Dridro. Going to be eliminated. Fi going to be taken down as well as Fate finding one so far. Just Nevix killing away 1 kill as Destroyed did get picked off, but Luminosity still in a decent position to try to turn the tides of this one as Fate has the sustainability, keeping them all alive. And Nevix comes away with 2 kills. I guess just finding them not in on top of that Lunaso ultimate. Able to pick them off and keeps Virtus.pro still in control. Look, being threatened here. Luminosity trying to desperately gain control here for themselves, but Sparker coming away with 2. Trust me, getting taken down, Fate falling, and it looks like it might just be a repeat of the first round. They get so damn close here to Luminosity, but Virtus.pro are just absolutely entrenched.
And they have no ult bank. I mean, Fi's just gonna go and go for a little bit of contest early, gonna be taken down by Naga, but can they even touch? They built the walls. I don't know if anyone can make it in time. It's gonna be a mad dash. No, it's just not gonna happen. No one's gonna touch. I mean, that's round, that's map.
That's just a 2-0 here as Virtus.pro clearly.
Luminosity, they get the opening pick, right? They find that value from the duelist on an individual level, and they just can't close out. They can't continue to pressure, and that speaks to the depth on VP. It's not just Fi and Sparker, who are the tip of the spear and often just winning fights by getting those initiation picks themselves. It's that these Vanguards are just unbreakable, and the strategists behind them are doing a fantastic job never being caught, right? Like being impossible to catch. So yeah, Fi goes down a few times there, taking some risks on the Hela, but comes back fast on the Spider-Man. And I think, I mean, as much as we
streaming, I see Shrouds out there amongst some others. So cheers to you all.
The $20 million lands incoming.
But look at this, Destroyed coming out with the Black Widow, a man after my own heart.
Like, so this is, I expected LG to be playing them, and okay, Destroyed has been destroyed. And then you're gonna see here immediate aggression coming in from Nevix, from Fi, and then on the Star-Lord. And it's cutesy. It's very cutesy, trying to get some opening picks. I think Venom is great for this particular point. Particularly, you have so much room to move around. But I mean, the Star-Lord and the Hela is going to make that very tough. You're gonna get so much pressure, and it's Destroyed already making the swap. I mean, they're not even gonna bother anymore. Like, okay, that's enough.
We'll just be matching in that regard, but I mean, he just respawns his elements instantly. Dealt with. Where was Sparker at? He had to have been basically right in front of the spotter of doors.
Oh no!
Seems like is the rest of the team as they just continue to push forward. Naga able to find 1-5, going to be taken down, continuing to be maybe the sacrificial lamb here for Virtus.pro, but then gets traded out as Sparker continues to absolutely dominate. I mean, you can just hear those dinks flying here as he's just 21% away from having that ult online.
And you see here with the Invisible Woman, what's so crucial, I think in particular for this map, is great find there from the little crook there, just using the damage boost, the self-damage boost to find Fi. So they managed to rotate around, make it to the point here. But having the Invisible Woman from Saipai just means that Sparker can take really aggressive angles with the Guardian Shield, right? As trust me, looking to find something, just force anything here in the back line. But I mean, a Venom into a shield is just a sad time.
Yeah, into a shield, into a, some support that are nearby. Sparker going to be going to the skies there with that Goddess of Death moments before getting picked off. You can see the HP, how low it was. As Crook is going to be popping the ult to try to keep everybody alive, but Naga off on the flank. A pixel spotted out of place, and Sparker able to collect. Naga going to be taken down there. As Virtus.pro able to maintain control of the point, maintain the dominance now. 70% getting ready to be here in their sights. Fate pumping the ultimate here. Matched by Tridger on the opposite side. Fate's extended a little bit longer, but Sparker is just absolutely dunking on him. Crook going to be taken down, Destroyed, dead as well. Sparker finding the 2K as Rajaro. I mean, the Meteor M, I'm not sure where it went. It didn't help. It didn't find a kill. Because Sparker's just destroying them all.
Got thrown at the back line. I mean, used in retaliation, try to absorb some of the damage there from Fi, but it just wasn't enough as Naga getting the bubble, coming on in, but trust me, already down, trying to make space. I mean, look at the hiding. Look at all this. They have the bubbles too. They have a lot of sustain. There's so much sustain. They're using the stellar shifts late as well to survive. No one goes down to the Galactic Legend, even with Naga right above them. Perfect cooldown usage from Virtus.pro.
Looking for a perfect closeout once again. Sparker for the finding the fadeaway shot there onto Naga. It's Destroyed, desperately just sending out the ultimate, but this time nothing to be found. Everything kitchen sink used by Luminosity, but
that surely no. Never trust the spawns. Like if I were to see, I mean, they were gonna have the team up potentially with Penny Parker, Venom, but yeah, they were gonna keep that.
Oh, they're sticking with the Psylocke though.
Yeah, so Psylocke stays up, which means that there is going to be a lot of, I mean, this is a map where there's a lot of ground you can cover. So being in visibility, you can cover ground really quick. You can pressure the back line a lot. You can also get to the high ground pretty easily because you can destroy the pillars, so you can walk on up. You have the jump pad. So Psylocke's, like, I say, disadvantages a little bit mitigated here, and you can kind of hunt for some of the squishies a bit more.
Okay, well, Destroyed continuing. I think out of all 3 rounds of domination we've seen so far, the first kill, the first death, I should say, for Luminosity ends up getting taken down once again as Naga similarly going to suffer the same fate as Fi, coming away with the elimination. Crook just trying to layer in some damage here and keep Rajaro alive here as they backpedal, but Well, looks like they still want to stick around. Still want to try to turn the tides of this fight here as Fate pops the ultimate, sending it through. Trust me, building it up here, looking for the drop down, looking for a decent position perhaps, but Legendary Ghost Spy just whittling away at them. Crook going to be taken down, Finzi finding one, and now, oh, the ult is still going to be committed here from Trust Me, despite the fact that they lose out on two of their strategists. Richaro's in the back end, so maybe a bit of a miscommunication. Either way, a bit of an overstep. Vi finds the punish off the back of that one as soon as the ult expires, just grinding through the shields, and Virtus.pro are once again in control.
Despite that ult being used pretty late, I mean, best possible scenario did force Drijo to, you know, feel pressure to drop the Fate of Both Worlds, so no Luna ult available here for VP as they're gonna hold aggressively. And, you know, going back to Jake's point that we've talked about is Finzi on the Magneto and Nevix just making almost an infinite amount of space and doing so much damage at the same time, because both the Thing and Magneto also do an incredible amount of damage. As LG gonna be trying to dance of the butterfly, trying to find one. They do find one. They might find more.
Key targets. Sparker going to be taken down, looking for a little bit more on the back end. Dridro going to be taken down to about half HP, seeking some sustain, but will not be able to find it. As Destroyed pops the ultimate. Galactic Legend able to go ahead and start whittling away at these remaining HP bars. Looks for a little bit more, and with Finzi taken down, that should be Luminosity being able to finally get their first taste here of some percentage gain on a point. Nevix sticking around, eating some heals, popping the shield, but Widely will have to make their exit. So Luminosity looking for the flip, recontest. However, getting ready to come back in. They're right back in onto the point. Freeze there, on is Destroyed. Taken so very low. Tucks back around the backside of the point. The pillar does end up staying alive as Dridro will fall. Finzi, however, is right back into the mix. And like you say, they did not gain control. They are still not yet in the driver's seat whatsoever. Now Naga going to be taken down. They managed to find one to trade there on to Fi, who oversteps a bit with that aggression, but it's 75% built up.
I mean, they're gonna have to touch. I mean, Finzi here with a swap to Doctor Strange just get back even faster. And I'm seeing more and more the value of protecting the Invisible Woman here for Saipe, because you had the team up with Nevix. Nevix just gets to stay alive forever on the point of this thing. They have that team up value, give him the bonus health, give him the regen. See the aggression here, and Trust Me, onto the back line, trying to make some space. They do have the ult available to get it back. Gonna pop it, get a lot of value there, but they need something else.
Yeah, they're looking for Sparker, could not quite take him down. Trust Me, on the exit, getting back over towards the point. 98% now built up here for the side of Virtus.pro. They are looking for back-to-back perfect maps of domination, allowing for no percentage gain. Good, the ult going to be rolling, but not in that one. Does end up getting taken down. Visible Woman will be felled. Sparker takes to the skies and got it to death now in play. Down some damage, looking for some eliminations, but Widely, everybody from Luminosity staying healthy here for the time being. Dridro 5 both going to be taken down as Destroyed pops the ultimate, and this time it seems like surely Luminosity will be able to gain control. They've finally done it. They're in the driver's seat, but it's 99% built up here for Virtus.pro.
I mean, just a Herculean task. I mean, just actually Herculean, just fighting for all their might for all that for a drop of blood, and they've done it. They finally got the cap. Had to commit a lot. They're playing very aggressively here, trying to look for, just deny the injury, maybe find a pick up on the high ground. They're closing in on a couple more ults potentially, but I mean, VP's bank not looking super healthy either. So we're going to be seeing a lot of poking, a lot of just neutral fighting. Is what's so important right now is who wins the high ground fight. As you see, flanks coming up. There's the dive.
And it's going to be Noggin taken down. It's Fi able to find one. It's Destroyed, similarly taking quite a bit of damage, as is Trust Me, backpedaling here, dropping down. For a little bit of healing before the re-aggression, just riding the walls, then going in for the jump. Just get pushed away, 12 HP remaining, tucked back, breaks line of sight, and does get chased down. Sparker able to pursue deep enough to be able to pick off the enemy Venom. The flip now in overtime, starting to bleed away. Body going to be traded out 1-for-1 thus far as the respawns get ready to rejoin, but Crook is going to be taken down. Sparker continues to just be an absolute thorn in their side. With Fate falling, it looks like that'll just be the end here of the map. Brennan T'Challa, the pick of Luminosity, not going to be delivering a win.
Get the bank account info.
Maybe let's move away from
VP guys. I've seen enough. Get the bank account info.
Maybe let's move away from domination, because it's just not looking.
They're just making it worse on themselves, or better,
play
perhaps.
the Black Widow. I'm like, this is so creative. This is so. Oh, he's dead.
It's so hard, and then you just see. I mean, like, you pointed
like
them out,
this are like,
too.
oh.
I mean, look at the vanguards. Look at how much damage Finzi is doing. The isolation, like you pointed out, and that's like one of the benefits I think that Virtus.pro has, is besides their overall coordination, the power on every role they have, is that their vanguards just do more damage than everyone else. They live longer. They get more limbs. They do everything. I mean, that solo contest you were bringing up of like, oh, they have one person on point. It was Nevix on the thing with the Invisible Woman team up. It just never able to die. Just literally never able to ruin the point. It's so hard to deal with them.
I mean, I think games like Rivals, right? There's just this exponential.
Coon, I mean, it's the petting zoo. We've done it. We've activated it. It's beast mode time.
Okay, how does it look? He's into the back line. He's immediately destroyed the res field here.
They're using him as a TP. They're just gonna use him as a duelist. They're gonna use him as a duelist, let him float around. Jeff does do a lot of damage, Achilleo. So they're gonna have Jeff just float around, try to pressure their back line.
It's incredibly squishy, so has to be limit testing incredibly well here. Does Fate, but I'm very curious to see how this plays out. For now, though, it's destroyed, dropping down off the high ground, layering in a bit of damage, but so far HP bar is pretty steady, and 5 will be able to find it. Fate gonna be taken down to Jeff. No. Ends up getting eliminated. Destroyed himself, also taken low. Finzi for now the only one really tagged up on the side of EP, but trust me, getting taken down, that is going to be the fight victory, very firmly going the way of Virtus.pro as they maintain control of the point and move up past 20%.
I mean, this is desperation. This is desperation. If you've ever seen desperation before, this is your back's against the wall, and it's like, Jesse, it's time to cook. Like, we have to do anything possible. As Finzi peeking there aggressively, just stopping the rotation. Finding Destroyed is on point, looking to back cap and just immediately execute it.
Yeah, I mean, just get stabbed from behind. Feist is right there, and just comes away with the elimination. I mean, given some of the accuracy that we've been seeing from Sparker, from Fi, playing the Jeff feels that much more sketchy, I suppose. 30%.
This is
still on to
God's
go before we can get
soldier.
the before he can get the chomp ult though. So maybe can see a couple people from VP getting spat off the side of the map. Maybe that'll be enough to get on the board.
And here's the real problem too, is that you see the engage come through. Is like, even if they get that in time, as trust me, Days Live there with the ult, is that they have bubbles.
Frozen,
so they can bubble the ult entirely.
Naga just going to be noted here, trying to escape, but Finzi pursues, finds that kill. Destroyed, going to be taken down as Finzi just absolutely wrecks the duelist lineup. And immediately, I mean, you have to go for a last-ditch reset here. It's going to be final.
They have Jeff ult. It's time. It's time, Achilleos. They have Jeff ult. Maybe they can do it. I mean, they're going to have several fast characters to make their way on back. Fate here on the high ground. Drijo just runs past them, and they just pass each other in the night. Is Fate, or is it going to go for the contest? Is it going to be Fate looking for it? I mean, they're looking at him. They're shooting at my Jeff. My poor Jeff. They're making him run away.
They destroy the platform. They're keeping him zoned away. It's now going to be swapping over onto the Wolverine. The touch getting ready to come through. 97%. Dives in. Gets taken down. We're not going to see the ultifest. No. Fate is dead. Sparker comes away with the kill. Luminosity now needs to get entrenched. The Meteor at the ready. Jar taking so much damage, but does manage to find that little bit of a fadeaway there on a Fi. You're able to trade one back. Fate going to be sprinting back over to try to get the ult layered in. Finzi taking to the skies. His own Meteor now going to be sent out, but no value found off the back of that one. It is very possible. Fate, can he find the setup? What does he trigger? The answer is going to be right now. He's going for it. Does he find anybody here?
They're just run away. They just run away.
They just run away. Goes up. Okay, doesn't manage to find one.
They can't touch. Because Jeff ult doesn't count as a contest. It doesn't count as a contest. Groot, it's Ipe and Nevix doing the team up, walking up into the high ground. Always fun. And immediately taking off the high ground, but that's fine because of the jump pad.
Shoves him back.
Yeah, they're all good as there's going to be some initial fighting. Take that said, with not on the Wolverine, I mean, this is a pretty interesting pick. I mean, they do have the Wolverine, rather the Magneto Bubbles. Strength in Prison goes out very early, finds one.
Yeah, Nevix able to find that elimination. Trade out those. Both Raccoons going to be taken down. HP though, a little bit lower on the side of Luminosity across the board. Naga will falls. Destroyed, able to find one though. Sparker does get taken down, but they need a lot more eliminations if they want to try to get themselves back into this fight for a fast retake. But instead, it's just going to be a couple staggers here as Jaro desperately trying to escape. The walls come up and just looking to run him down. And juggle into the corner. Does manage to backpedal a little bit more. Instead, it's going to be Trust Me who ends up falling. Jaro does survive, but the cap is there. Virtus.pro once again in control.
See how aggressive that Virtus.pro is going to be playing here, just making sure to deny this entry, putting up the Groot walls, these Iron Lash walls as they come through. Just the passive does more damage. LG looking for an entry here. They are going to have about 4 ults. So stuff on the board here, and a lot of pressure onto Naga right now. Naga, they need to be trying to find, that capture, find that leap, to maybe find one, force the bubble at least. And so far, nothing.
Yeah, I mean, right now, just trying to scale back into some kind of position where you can begin to look at a retake here, begin to look at getting into those flanks and finding those picks. Naga does go diving forward, and immediately he's going to be met with death. The bubble's there for a brief little moment, but it gets melted right through, so Rajaro just not going to be enough to try to keep that Wolverine alive, and the ult gets nullified. It's destroyed. Does manage to find one. Pops the ultimate, got us a death now in play. Looking for a little bit more though, but line of sight is not going to be too favorable here on the map. Finzi does get taken down though. His fate able to find one ult invested, but Rez is there from Saipa. Brings Finzi right back into the mix, and it's going to be a Meteor M out from Rajaro. Looking for a target, a little bit of splash damage. Fight once again swapping over onto the Spider-Man for a fast rejoin. Does get taken out. Solid kill, but once again, Luminosity still not able to find this flip into their favor. Now Crook is going to be eliminated. It's 70% built up for Virtus.pro, just 30% away from closing out this series in 3-0 fashion, Avast.
I mean, they just can't dislodge him from the point. They can't get Nevix off the point. He's unkillable. He's like a mighty redwood. There's another Meteor M out, finds two, and I mean, that might just be the fight. That might be the map.
That should basically be the death knell, it would seem. I mean, Nevix does fall, but look at the trades on the back end. The remainder of the team absolutely gets demolished. As you said it earlier, all this for a drop of blood, it would seem. Maybe a last little rally back if somebody can get the touch here, but it's 4% ticking up, and I just don't think it's going to happen. Even if they get there, they're just going to be met with a brick wall that is Virtus.pro. VP, they are the team to beat. We're going to show the highlights.
Oh, okay. Is the highlight him killing the BRB?
That was the value that was found.
Oh, Big Jeff. I got the TP, guys. I got the res.
It's got it. Yeah, res down. I mean,
push.
It feels bad. And realistically, credit to LG. And there's the C9 because it swallows several teammates. But credit to LG. I think they clearly tried to make things work in their style. They looked really, really good versus 0%. But like we've been saying, Virtus.pro are so incredibly strong. I mean, I would love to see them play 100 Thieves. I think that would be like the matchup is like Virtus.pro versus 100 Thieves currently. And